when the judge becomes the killer inside the Jeffrey Ferguson murder trial. In the heart of Orange County's legal elite, where justice is scripted daily from the bench, a tragic scene unfolded that turned the law onto one of its own. Tonight, on People's Court, we pull back the curtain on a courtroom drama unlike any other, one that ends not with a verdict, but with a legacy in ruin.
I wasn't angry at her. I loved her.
He was known for his precision, his integrity, a judge who once helped send California's most dangerous to prison. But on August 3rd, 2023, inside his Anaheim Hills home, it was Judge Jeffrey Ferguson himself who pulled the trigger, ending not just a marriage of 27 years, but a life. 74-year-old Jeffrey Ferguson wasn't just another man in a robe. He had worn the badge of the Orange County DA's office since 1983, a rising star in narcotics prosecution. By 2015, he ascended to the bench and was sworn in as an Orange County Superior Court judge. A career that spanned decades, a reputation respected and revered. But behind the mahogany bench and measured tone, there was a private life unraveling. August 3rd began as many nights had. Dinner at a local Mexican restaurant. A couple arguing about money. A familiar tension. But this time, according to prosecutors, it boiled over. The couple returned home. TV on. Breaking Bad flickering in the background. A show about moral decay and dangerous men. Their son, Philip, watched with them. And then, Cheryl, 65, reportedly told her husband, "Why don't you just use a real gun?" She was mocking. Prosecutors say Ferguson didn't take it lightly. Then came the fatal moment. A .40 caliber pistol, one shot. Cheryl Ferguson was gone. Ferguson called 911, his son too. In the chaos, Philip wrestled the gun away, then began CPR on his own mother. Later that day, Ferguson was texting his courtroom staff. "I just lost it. I just shot my wife. I won't be in tomorrow. I will be in custody. I'm so sorry." The case roiled Orange County's legal community. The same courthouse where Ferguson had once sat as judge could no longer hear his case. Enter Judge Eleanor J. Hunter of Los Angeles, appointed to avoid conflict. And when the trial began, the nation watched as a judge took the stand. Not to sentence, but to defend. He testified it was an accident. He fumbled the gun, he said. He was removing it from his ankle holster to set it on the table. But the prosecutors were unsparing. "This was not an accident," said District Attorney Todd Spitzer. "Ferguson was trained to never point a gun at anything he didn't intend to destroy." They presented his experience. 47 weapons were found in the home, 26,000 rounds of ammunition, extensive firearms training, a man who knew exactly what he was doing. And then, the haunting jailhouse video. Ferguson, sobbing, said, "Everyone's gonna hate me. I killed my wife. I deserve whatever I get." The first trial ended with no verdict, a hung jury. It was hope for Ferguson's defense team. But the second trial moved faster. Deliberations lasted just one day. On April 30th, 2025, Judge Jeffrey Ferguson was found guilty of second-degree murder and a felony gun enhancement. He faces 40 years to life in prison. As the verdict was read, the court granted him one final moment. He turned and hugged his son, Philip. Then came the click of handcuffs. "This was a tragedy for everyone," said DA Spitzer. "There are no winners." Outside the courthouse, the community stood stunned. A man who once stood for justice, now behind bars. His attorney, Cameron Talley, vowed to appeal. "I respect the jury's verdict, but juries don't always get it right. I still believe in Jeff. And what about Philip Ferguson, the son who tried to save his mother, the son who watched his father fall apart in real time, the son caught between the two people he loved most? In courtrooms across America, justice is blind. But in this case, she was asked to pass judgment on one of her own. In every courtroom, stories unfold. But few mirror Shakespearean tragedy like this. A robe once worn in honor now replaced by prison blues, and a family forever fractured. What happens when the judge becomes the judged? The answer is in the evidence and in the silence that follows a single shot. As a defense attorney, this is one of the more torturous stories I have covered or witnessed. If you believe the courtroom is more than a stage for justice, but a mirror of our collective humanity, subscribe to People's Court. Because we don't just report the verdict, we live the trial. This trial shook the California legal community to its core. Was it a tragic accident or cold-blooded murder? As always, I want to hear what you think of this case in the comments section. Stay tuned for part 2 of People vs. Ferguson, as I must update you on his upcoming sentencing. Subscribe for gripping legal stories told by a real courtroom insider. Turn on notifications so you never miss the next case. See you in the next episode.